Good morning, Curt here with Teach Mom How, and today I have my wife here.
Hello.
What was your name? Amy?
Yeah, right.
What are we going to teach Mom today?
We are going to teach Mom about homeschooling, online learning, and
We're going to teach Mom how to do online or homeschool with 6 kids, 4 actually in school.
yep, 4 in school, 2 that are 3 and younger.
2 that are out of control.
Pretty much.
Okay. So COVID has forced us to online school. We aren't traditional homeschooling parents. We haven't been homeschooling our kids all throughout, but our district is 100% online right now. We're considering putting them back in school, or the district is opening back up in 2 weeks, and we're considering going back. But for the last year, we've done it all online, and it's been primarily Amy here. So I thought it might be useful to teach Mom how to do online learning with 4 kids plus 2 babies to take care of at the same time. So yeah, how's that been?
It's been good. So at first it was a little rough because the kids and I were learning how to make it all work with schedules and being here for this child and that child and if a device went down. So we just have kind of learned how to balance that, and now we're kind of in our groove now that we are just pretty much in a system where it works.
What is your groom?
Groom? Did I say groom?
What is your
I
groove?
said groove.
What is your you corrected yourself. What is your groove? Walk us through the groove, the routine.
So the routine is in the morning we
roll out of bed 5 minutes before class, which is awesome. Couldn't do that with regular school.
That happens sometimes, yes. So we wake up, we have scripture study if we're good and on the ball. If not, then we wake up, get dressed, go eat breakfast. All of the family, we eat breakfast together. And then after that, then most of the kids can get on by themselves. Sometimes there's like a little technical difficulty. And so, there are a few
By technical
hiccups.
difficulty, she means the youngest, the kindergartner, wants to eat food instead of get on class, or would rather make a TikTok or anything but get on class, or they can't find their devices.
That's the biggest hiccup, is that they can't find their devices or the charger.
Yep.
They each have their own charger and their own device, and not every morning, but often it's like, where's my device? Where's the charger?
Okay. So they get on school. Any tips you would give parents that are having a hard time getting their students to get on time and teaching them the routine?
So I have a million alarms going off a day. He was bugging me about it today, actually.
Yeah.
And he was like, why do you have so many alarms going off? Well, that helps me to have each child make sure that they're on task and in class, as well as me that, if they're kind of resisting a little bit, that I can sit next to them and say, okay, I'll sit next to you and I'll help you with your class. That's one tip. So yeah, having lots of alarms. Another tip that I have is during the day, go and sit by each child individually for, about 10 or 15 minutes, check in with them, see what they're doing, watch them, observe them in their class, and see what they're doing. I think, you're spending time with them, helping them engage in their learning a little bit more.
Have you enjoyed it?
Mm-hmm. I love it, actually. I don't think I would enjoy teaching them. Well, maybe I would have with the younger ages, but I've forgotten, like when they teach it a new way than what we learned. And so I don't know if I could teach it. I'd have to relearn it all. But yeah, I'd love to. I think for our family, it's been a blessing because then we get to spend that time together and again, check in with each other, when they have their break, we can interact with each other. I've loved it. I felt like when we were in school, it was like they get home, they're exhausted from being in school, then they have homework or they have extracurricular activities. You're just going, going, going. Where this, it has kind of slowed down life a little bit, and we've been able to focus on relationships and each other and individual goals.
How do you make sure they're learning what they need to learn? I think that's the
So,
biggest complaint parents are having about online schools. They feel like their kids aren't getting the education they need.
so luckily they do have parent-teacher conferences, so that's a perfect chance or opportunity to meet with your teacher and go over the child's individual goals, where they should be at reading, math, that as far as that goes. But we've checked in with their teachers a few times and saying, okay, what can we do to help encourage and just help our child with learning? So, extra tips, tricks, anyways. And they pointed us where, oh, this child needs to, really focus on sight words. Oh, this child needs to work on their American, like, states and cities geography.
So how do you juggle it with so many kids?
So, I mean, it always is a balancing act where it is hard. But I think that those 10 minutes really help. After the school day is over, usually I check with the kids and I say, how was your school day? What do you need help with? What did you do today? And if they say nothing, then you should check in on them and make sure they're on task.
Yep. What other tips would you give moms? So teach mom how to homeschool. Or I guess we're not officially homeschooling, but
Right.
online. Facilitate your kids in online learning, especially if you've got more than one, because not everybody has enough space to have them in their own rooms. Just can you give us any tips?
Right. So I think you allocate a room or an area. So if that means all of your kids are on the kitchen table and you're teaching them, have a allocated room, um, or get creative with your rooms. Um,
So we've tried to put them in different rooms so that they aren't bugging each other, which we have the space to do that, fortunately, but not everybody has that space.
right. So
So what can they do if they don't have that space? How do they keep from distracting each other from their classes?
headphones are great. Yeah. Again, I mean, you could have them stationed, one in the front room, one in their bedroom. Get creative. I don't know. That one, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know their
I'm
house.
not here with them all day, but I would suggest that if they're gonna have to be in the same room, that they all be on headphones.
Yeah, headphones is very
Because if
beneficial.
they're all hearing two different things, it's gonna distract them.
Right. So I did say that.
Gotcha. I didn't say you didn't say that.
Headphones, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other tips you want to give them?
Okay, so my kids have each a different schedule. So yes, we eat breakfast together, but then they have different breaks, lunch breaks, that type of thing at different times. So that kind of gets tricky. And a lot of the time, I
Is
just
that common? Like, why do you think the schools are doing it that way? I guess because every teacher's different, classes needs are different. Like, why are they all taking breaks at different times?
so I think that they're following what they would kind of do in school. So I know, like, Hyla has her break at the same time as, I think, what, third graders. And so I think they're keeping that schedule so then when they do go back into person, then they're already on that routine. Um, I don't know why they've done it. It would be really nice to be like, okay, 9 o'clock you go, or 8 o'clock you go into class, 9:30. Then they're all eating at the same time. But I think it's their routine at school.
It's actually worked out good. I don't know how your teachers are doing it if you're doing online schooling, but it's actually worked out good, I think, from what I've observed, because you can help one kid on their break and then help another kid on their break, and they're not, in your case, where you have 4 kids in school plus 2 babies, they're not all like done at the same time. Like,
Right.
that probably helps.
Yeah, it does help too. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I do, like, I'll make a sandwich and I'll just leave it lined up on the counter for them to eat as a snack or for their lunch. I love it. I usually make extra leftovers for dinner, and that's a good hearty meal that they can eat for breakfast. And the older kids, they can just heat it up and it's ready to go in the fridge. Anyways, then they can put out whatever portions they want on their plate. So that helps as far as lunch goes. We just have a little snack bin and they can choose usually, and we always have fruit and vegetables that they can pick from. So I think that's, always a good thing, having snacks on hand that are easy to grab.
Yep. Anything else you want to say?
Something else that what?
You're cute.
I think you're teasing me. This is my first recorded thing, so I don't know what to do. So I bought a little while ago, and Curt gave me grief about that too. The little anti-blue glare glasses. I really think that they help anyways, because they're on the screens all the time, and so you want to protect their eyes. And I found them on Amazon for super cheap. Another thing that has helped us so that they're not trying to get into mischief on their iPads or devices is that when they are on a break, then they need to ask before they can access the internet or games, YouTube, anything like that. They are to ask us before they do that. So then you're kind of seeing what they're watching and doing. They're not getting into trouble, although the school does have filters, so that's nice. And then at the end of the day,
filters everything but YouTube. Our district
which is so weird.
Blocked everything but
Disney.
YouTube.
They can't watch Disney. They can't play games on Disney. I know, it's weird. Anyway, and YouTube. I think it's because they teach off of YouTube.
I think because they use a lot of educational videos on
Right,
YouTube, even though there's a lot of garbage on there.
But they do have filters for YouTube. Like I'm sure if you looked up something naughty.
Like the videos you usually look up.
Yeah, right. Gross. No. So, yeah, how to clean my house and get it organized. Yeah, very naughty. So, at the end of the day, if they're done with their homework, then we have a little bin that they put it in, and it's in our room. So it's away from their room, so they can't have unauthorized use. They have to ask during their breaks to be able to watch a show or have access to that. And I think that's it.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm Curt.
I'm Amy.
This back here
Is Curt.
Is our ghost that lives in our house.
I know. It looks like our ghost.
Yep. Who died in here? I think someone did die in this house before we owned it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who?
I think that's why they had like all those like candles and stuff
And
hanging up. I think it was like to like a ceremony to.
No, they had Mary and Jesus hanging up to ward
Well, yeah,
off.
but then they also had like
Saint.
Above the doors. They had like
What was it?
candles. They had flowers. They had.
We still have a horseshoe.
They had a horseshoe, an upside down horseshoe. Not sure what that means, but
Good luck.
I'm pretty sure. I thought an upside down horseshoe meant bad luck.
I don't know.
Anyways, pretty sure it was to warn off this ghost that shows up in our videos every now and then. It's not me. It's you.
Oh, is it me?
Just,
it's me.
it's
I'm
not
the ghost.
You. It's a ghost. Anyways, this has been a video by Teach Mom How. We're going to start doing these more often and teaching mom different things. And by the way, Teach Mom How does not mean it's necessarily just for a mom, right?
No.
I started Teach Mom How years ago and have just barely gotten like serious about making a lot of content. But it was a way initially to teach my mom how to use technology. I got tired of having to re-explain things to my mom on how to do stuff, and since I'm pretty good with technology and I used to teach it to high schoolers, I started making videos showing how to do that. So the videos I'm good at making are primarily tech videos, but we're starting to branch out and add other things. So when we say Teach Mom How, or when we say today we're going to teach mom this or that, doesn't mean we're literally only teaching that to moms. We're teaching that to anyone that wants to learn that skill.
Correct.
Okay. And so, yeah, that's it. Please like this video. Please leave a comment. Leave like 30 comments. Like instead of, if you have like a sentence to write it in like 2-word increments, because the more comments we get, the more boost this gets on YouTube. And also, we'll respond to your comments. Also, leave suggestions for videos, things that you think we should teach mom. And also, subscribe to this channel and hit that bell. I think that's a bell. Hit that bell so that you get the reminders when we put new videos on. We try to put a new video on every single day. They may not all apply to stuff you want to learn, but at least you know what's there. Have a great day.
Bye. Thank you.